I think, conventionally, the average American person who invests some of their money, probably the average person doesn't really know exactly what to do, so what they end up is just putting money into a fund to where, as Warren Buffett puts it, the less you know, the more you need to diversify. So he says, well, I don't need to diversify because I know what I'm doing. But if you don't know what you're doing, you need to diversify because you're going to be putting money into a lot of things you don't understand, and when bad things happen, you want them to be outweighed by good things happening with other things that you don't understand. How would you compare, so self-directed IRA or 401k investing is all about taking control and you making the decisions and directing investments into things that you think are going to do better than whatever another fund is going to do. And how would you compare the average person's ability to get themselves to a point to where they really understand what they're doing in the stock market versus what they really understand what they're doing in, say, real estate?
Good point. I think you should invest in things that you know, and like you said, if you don't know the stock market, you should give that money to a money manager, usually a mutual fund or an index fund. We both have lots of discussions about diversification. We feel people should be well diversified. Where I think the self-directed IRA really works for people is when they can spot, lack of a better term, kind of inefficient and opportunistic situations. So, for example, if you knew your neighbor unfortunately had to go into a nursing home and they needed money immediately for that person and their nursing home needs, you might be able to go in and make an offer for that property before it went on the market. And that's a great way to capitalize. And I see many opportunities like that people can get in and buy friends, family. Got to be careful with family a little bit, but even in your own neighborhood, who knows your own neighborhood better than yourself that you drive by every day? And you might see homes going on for sale that don't sell, or you might know neighbors that have to move, and you might be able to get in there and buy their property before they have to list it before the general public gets knowledge of it. So if you can be opportunistic, I think controlling your IRA is a great way for people to diversify. Again, I think you need some exposure to the public securities market. The stock market over time generally has gone up, has trended up. But again, most people, I don't believe, have the sophistication level to understand balance sheets and company activity and industries and world macro events. So that money probably is better left, obviously, to professionals in the mutual fund and exchange world. But if you know opportunities and you're opportunistic, there's great opportunities for you with your self-directed IRA.